Hello everyone! Today we will be discussing the nutrition in preschool age. For the contents of our topic, we have physiological changes, common nutritional problems, illness, and complications experienced by preschoolers, and their nutritional requirements. Let's start the discussion by differentiating the toddlers and preschoolers. So what is toddlers? Toddlers are aged between 1 to 2 years old, and they are expected to gain 2 to 4 kilograms of body weight each year, while preschoolers are aged between 3 to 4 years old and expected to gain 1 to 2 kilograms each year. These age need considerable amount of energy and nutrient requirements to support their growth and development. As a parent, making proper and balanced food choices, including nutritious snacks, are as important as food habits such as likes and dislikes are beginning to establish. At this age, children can have a decrease in appetite. But decrease in appetite is not because of poor appetite. It is because during preschool years, rate of growth decreases. As a result, appetite decreases. We also have experienced food jogs. Food jogs is insisting on eating only few favorite foods such as cookies, ice creams, and cakes for the rest of the day. For the 3 to 5 years old, they have a greater increase in height relative to weight, wherein the chubby toddler become leaner soon. The child growth rate are different each child. It is determined by their hereditary, chronological age, level of physical activities, state of health, nutrition adequacy, and metabolic factors. Here are the nutrient requirements for preschool children. We have energy and nutrients and their age, such as 1 to 3 years old and 4 to 6 years old recommended energy and nutrient intake per day. Preschoolers can also experience problems in illnesses when it comes to their health. Number 1 is protein energy malnutrition or PEM. It is due to lack of energy and protein in the diet. While marasmus, it is a severe form of protein energy malnutrition and is manifested by extreme wasting caused by prolonged restriction of both energy and protein. We also have kwashiorkor. It is due to deficiency of protein but energy intake is adequate. It is manifested by growth failure, mood phase, edema, skin lesions, hair changes, apathy, and low infection resistance. We also have iron deficiency anemia or IDA. It is due to low hemoglobin or low hematocrit or both compared with normal concentrations. It usually occurs at age 3 months to 3 years of life. Lack of iron results to paleness of eyes, lips, fingernails, and skin, shortness of breath, etc. Anemic children do poorly on vocabulary, reading mathematics, problem solving, and physiological tests. For the treatment, it involves 30 to 100 milligrams of iron per day from iron salts. It is usually together with the vitamin C, of course, followed by dietary regimen of high iron-rich foods. Next is the vitamin A deficiency. This results in blindness, xerophthalmia, rough dry skin membranes of nose and throat, increased susceptibility of infection, poor growth, and blindness in severe cases. We also have iodine deficiency disorder or IDD. It is caused by inadequacy of dietary iodine that includes goiter, hot or cold intolerance, mental retardation, deaf mutism, difficulty in standing or walking normally, and stunting of limbs of children of goiterous mothers. Next is obesity. It is due to unwise food choices such as instant foods as baon. The cause of obesity can be genetic or familial, metabolic hormonal abnormality, and environment, as well as inactivity or sedentary lifestyle and poor eating habits. Lastly is the dental caries. The preventative dietary practices include restricting sugary foods such as chocolates, cookies, and cakes to meal times, and brushing teeth immediately after eating sugary foods. For the nutritional assessments of our preschoolers, we have weight measurement, stature, head circumference, and triceps skin fold or skin fold measurement. We also have physical signs of malnutrition in children that can be seen in different body parts of children. We have weight and height, which is characterized as retarded per growth chart for age. And then the hair, it is characterized as dull, brittle, dry, loose, and easily falls out. For the eyes, it is characterized as pale membranes, there's spots, redness, and adjusts slowly to darkness. For the teeth and gums, we have missing teeth, discolored, decayed teeth, Gums bleed easily and are swollen and spongy. For the face, we have off color, scaly, flaky, and cracksy. For the gland, it is swollen at front of neck and cheeks. And for the tongue, it is sore, smooth, purplish, and swollen. For the skin, we have dry, rough, spotty and sandpaper texture, and lack of fat under skin. For nails, we have spoon shape, has brittles and rigid. For the behavior, preschoolers are irritable, apathetic, inattentive, hyperactive or easily gets tired frequently, lacks of emotional control. For the internal systems, the heart rate, heart rhythm, and blood pressure is abnormal. The liver and spleen is enlarged. We have abnormal digestion, mental irritability, confusion, burning, tingling of hands and feet, loss of balance, and coordination. For the immune system, children are susceptible to infections, especially the upper respiratory disorders. For the muscle and bones, we can see the wasted appearance of muscle, swollen bumps on skulls or ends of bones, small bumps on ribs, and bowed legs or knuckles. Next, for the recommendation to assist children in developing desirable food patterns. Number 1, all food should be prepared in attractive color, flavor, and texture so that the child will approach the meal and eat it happily. Number 2, the environment for eating should be suitable for the ability and comfort of the child, such as having appropriate tables and chairs and suitable dishes. Next is feeding should occur in a relaxed and pleasant environment that foster healthy digestion and pro-social behavior. Number 4, a child is expected to have a good appetite and to be hungry when in a good physical and emotional health. Number 5, appetite is if the child is hungry and happily excited over the fact that it is not. And last, pleasant associations with the food are fostered if the meal can be eaten successfully with reasonable effort. They should come to meal rested, and the eating process should not be tiring. Fatigue can often defeat children's desire to food. And for the tips in feeding preschoolers, we have children younger than 6 years old, they prefer mildly flavored foods. Since their stomach are small, they often become hungry. So that, snacks such as fruits and crackers can be offered 1 to 1 and 1/2 hour before meal time. When the child is tired, allow the child to rest before meals. We have rule of thumb where you offer 1 tablespoon of each food in every year of age, and to serve more food according to their appetite. And lastly, extreme temperature of food should be avoided. Parents should offer lukewarm foods. For the safety of our children, foods such as hot dogs, candy, nuts, cookie crumbles, grapes, thick and sticky peanut butter should be avoided to prevent choking. For our tips to avoid choking in preschoolers, number 1, children should eat sitting down. Number 2, an adult should supervise children while eating. Number 3, food on which preschooler often show should be avoided. Number 4, well-cooked food should be offered. Number 5, eating in the car should be avoided. And number 6, rub on breathing medication can cause problems with chewing and swallowing. For the nutritional requirements of our preschoolers, let's now discuss the total energy requirement and their meal plan. For the meal plan, we will be using the Food Pyramid Guide and the Pinggang Pinoy.
In calculating the total energy requirement of preschooler, we will be comparing the Naris and Whale and total energy requirement per desirable body weight formula. The formula for Naris and Whale is TER is equals to 1,000 plus 100 times age in years. Our example is 4 years old child, and for the computation, 1,000 plus 100 times 4 is equals to 1,400 kilocalories per day. While in using another formula which is kilocalories per desirable body weight, the kilocalories per desirable body weight is given per age range. For our example, the 4 years old child has 75 kilocalories per desirable body weight. To get the desirable body weight of the child, the formula is age in years times 2 plus 8. For our computation, 4 years old times 2 plus 8 is equals to 16 kilograms. And let's now compute for the total energy requirement. The formula is desirable body weight times kilocalories per desirable body weight, wherein 16 kilograms dBW times 75 kilocalories per dBW is equals to 1,200 kilocalories. We can see the 200 kilocalories difference using the two formula. Aside from calculating the total energy requirement of the children, we can use the food pyramid guide. It shows the types of foods and serving sizes for the foods we should eat every day to stay healthy. Foods are placed in the pyramid in a way that shows how important they are to our health. We should eat more foods at the base than foods at the top. It is also advised to eat variety of foods every day to ensure that all nutrients are provided in proper amount and balance. And use iodized salt and eat other fortified foods to increase the intake of micronutrients. We should encourage children to do regular exercise to prevent obesity and to use growth chart to monitor children's height and weight patterns. The food pyramid guide shows that we should eat more foods from the bottom part of the pyramid, like vegetables and whole grains, and less from the top such as red meat, sugar, fats, and oil. While the Pinggang Pinoy aims to serve a guide for a typical balanced meal by showing at a glance how much to consume of the various type of food recommended in the food pyramid guide. The Pinggang Pinoy is only intended for healthy Filipinos ages 3 to 12 years old. Children with specific health conditions should be brought to a registered nutritionist dietitian or any healthcare provider for consultation regarding their energy and nutrient needs. If the measuring cup or measuring spoons are not available in our houses, we can use our hand as a guide in measuring our foods. For example, our fist is equals to 1 cup, our index finger is equals to 1 ounce, our thumb is equals to 2 tablespoons, and our cupped hands is equals to 1 ounce. Our palm is equals to 3 ounce, and lastly, our fingertip is equals to 1 teaspoon. For more information about my discussion in Food Pyramid Guide and Pinggang Pinoy, you can visit the website of FNRI and DOST.